What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. For today's video, I'm going to be doing a kind of frame-by-frame breakdown of the Justice League Zack Snyder Cut trailer that dropped about a week ago. I planned on getting out to it a little earlier, but then I got busy with work and going back to school and all that, so here we are now. Yeah, I will say this is just one of the movies that, I feel like finally deserves its justice, for lack of a better say, for the Justice League. When this movie first came out, I was so excited to see finally the Justice League on screen, and then it was basically a flop. Obviously, the circumstances that took place during the movie did not play its favor, with the tragedy in Zack Snyder's family causing him to leave the production. But regardless, we're finally going to get his version of the movie, and from the trailer that he dropped, I'm just going to break down what I think what will be different and what I'm excited to see in his version of the Snyder Cut. So here we go. So the trailer opens up with our first look at Darkseid.
Now I've heard there was a secret chord.
For those of you who don't know who Darkseid is, he's essentially like the Marvel version of Thanos, except Thanos came in the comics after the creation of Darkseid, so Marvel took the idea of a character like Darkseid to create Thanos from Darkseid himself. So yeah, he looks stylistically very similar. His strength powers are very similar, but yeah, from the trailer he opens up, it's like the ancient battle that Wonder Woman was explaining in the first Justice League movie, about how like Steppenwolf came in and he was like the conqueror of worlds, the destroyer of worlds and all that. Except this time it's not Steppenwolf, it's actually Darkseid, and he hasn't had his Omega beam power level at this point in his villainy career or whatever. So it's just a quick little clip. It shows him. The special effects I don't feel like are fully polished yet, considering the movie still got probably a year. It's a year or so out, so I think in post they're gonna add a couple different special effects to not make him look so much of a CGI character. But yeah, it was pretty cool finally seeing him on screen. I only wish that this movie, the Justice League Snyder Cut, was considered canon to the DC universe and the larger expansive universe that they have, so that we can actually have Darkseid on screen, and it not just be like a one-off like it looks like it's going to be here. Then the next scene cuts over to Diana Prince. She goes to like some ancient Greek building or whatever, like a ruin, and you can see Darkseid's like weapon right there. And I guess it's like, I think she will be the one who basically tells the story of Darkseid through like her history and through the Themyscirians, because the Themyscirians and the other Wonder Womans of her island, they took place in the battle the first time around when Darkseid first came to Earth. So she's probably gonna give like the history to Batman, Flash, Cyborg, and Aquaman about like who Darkseid is and how big of a threat he is to like the entire planet of Earth or whatever. And then it shows over that one scene from the original Justice League trailer that we got before the movie came out, where Batman is looking at like a hologram of Superman, and I think he's like, at this point in the movie, what I feel like is happening is that Batman realizes like how wrong he was about Superman in the events of Batman vs Superman, how he thought like Superman was basically just like a nuke waiting for a countdown, when in reality like Superman and the character of Superman and all of his morals and beliefs, that the world really did need him, and that he shouldn't have been so aggressive in trying to kill him, weaponize kryptonite in order to kill him, and like he basically misjudged Superman pretty bad, and he is now reflecting on that by staring at this hologram of Earth's symbol of hope. And then we pan over to the next scene, and it is the scene from the first Justice League trailer. Again, some of the footage that they're using in this trailer is footage that didn't make it into the actual theatrical cut, but it was in the first trailer that was created before the movie came out in theaters. And it's the one scene where Aquaman's like at the bar, he's finishing his drink, and then he's walking off to like the pour so that he can, or the port so that he could jump into the water or whatever. He's just such a boss. Like, I remember the first time, this is the first time we've seen Aquaman, other than in Batman vs Superman, but it was just like a little cameo clip or whatever. And you could just like, from that image, you can just see that like Aquaman, he's built like a tank. He's definitely like ready to fight. He looks like, for lack of a better words, he really just does look like a boss. And then it pans over to I think it's Gotham State University or Gotham University or whatever, and it is oh, it might not even be Gotham. I don't even know the school, but whatever. It is the school where Cyborg goes to, the university, and it shows like he's like a like top elite athlete in the football team, and it's probably like a scene of his backstory and how he had like such a great career in football, and he was gonna make it to the big leagues or whatever, and he was like the team captain, and then he gets into this accident which ends up causing him to become Cyborg further down the line. We also get our first look at Superman in the black suit. He's coming off of his Kryptonian ship. So I'm assuming this is like after he gets resurrected again. He, realizes that he does need to fight for the planet because a threat's coming. He needs to go suit up and, play the part. And we get the first look at the black suit Superman, which was like so cool to all the comic book fans, because after the death of Superman, when he comes back, he has this long hair, like a mullet kind of style, and then he has his black suit just like as his resurrection, like that's his new look. So I thought it was pretty cool that they did that to include it into this movie and into the trailer. And then it pans over to like one of my favorite scenes from the trailer that never made it into the movie, was the scene of Barry Allen, the Flash, either meeting or having his like second acquaintance with Iris West. He saves her from and you can see like how he like learns to manipulate his speed force, and he is like in like a coffee shop. There's a car accident happening, and then he like uses his speed and vibrational force or whatever to essentially shatter straight through the glass and just run right through it, save her, and then basically show that he is, that's like one of his love interests in the comics and in the movies and the stories and all that. So yeah, I was upset when they didn't show that, because that was like one of the scenes that could definitely create more storyline moving down the line for like his relationship or his love interest, or even a sequel movie or whatever the case may be. So the next scene in the trailer, it looks like it's some kind of like experiment that Cyborg is doing with the Flash and his father, Silas Stone. They are like trying to basically unlock the mother box from what it looks like, and some kind of radiation or something happens, something goes wrong, and Victor's dad, or Cyborg's dad, ends up like essentially just disintegrating. Like whatever radiation came off of the box completely eradicated this guy, and it very much reminded me of the way Rorschach died in Zack Snyder's Watchmen, like the special effects and the way he just like gets obliterated into like a million pieces. Like I really like that, and it brought me back to when I watched Watchmen for the first time, and seeing Rorschach sacrifice like that, like. Like that was like a strong pivotal moment in the movie for me, and I was like, damn, this looks exactly like that scene in Watchmen. Then the next scene in the trailer is Steppenwolf's arrival, and in this version you can definitely see how much more Gladiator-esque, or like how much more savage Zack Snyder's version of this character was. Like his costume and his armor is definitely built to like look more like menacing, more aggressive, very villainous. He has spikes coming all out of his shoulders, and he just definitely looks more like a upgraded version of Steppenwolf that we got from the first Justice League movie. Where it was just like a CGI character with a pretty poor costume, and he definitely didn't look like a threat like he does in this trailer. The next scene moves over to what looks like the Flash realizing the manifestation of the Speed Force. Like he's standing still, but the world around him is moving in like slow motion, and the special effects. So I think it is, as Zack Snyder said, the Flash will have like his moment to really unlock his potential as like a speedster and as the Flash through the Speed Force and through like manipulation of the Speed Force, which allows him to create these different feats of skills and all this, show different levels of strength through his manipulation of the Speed Force. Not only being able to run fast, but being able to run so fast that he can run through time, or being able to run so fast that he can run through objects, or many variety of all of his different character skills. And then it shows Superman coming back after his resurrection to the farm where his mom is and where Lois Lane is. It's got to be like a sentimental moment where I'm feeling that when he comes back, he doesn't really want to sacrifice himself again. He doesn't want to be a hero per se anymore, because he wants to like be with Lois. He wants to be with his mom, and then they really talk him into like, we're always gonna be here, but if you don't go out and do this, like this could be the end of the world kind of deal. So you really need to go suit up and go help out your teammates, or else there will be nothing. We won't be here. There will be no world for you to love anymore. So I think that's like his character moment where he realizes like, damn, you know what? These women are right. I have to go and I have to fight for this planet that I so dearly love. And then it shows like a quick little scene of Cyborg using his like telekinetic powers, even though it's not technically telekinetic, because he just manipulates like anything that has like an electrical framework to it or whatever. He's like a hacker, and he's like hacking like all these missiles, and he kind of launches it. And it reminded me of XMen First Class, when Magneto is like controlling all those missiles like with his mind.
I've been at the mercy of men just following orders. Never again.
So I thought it looked pretty cool. It reminded me of that scene. So then the trailer ends on like an iconic pose or poster finish or whatever you want to call it, of like the entire team standing on like some cliff overlooking the area where the final battle is. Obviously they win the battle, so this is like their their superhero montage where the team like has their victory stance, and it just looks so sweet. Like, you got Superman in the black costume. The coloring looks a lot different than the original movie where there was a lot of reds and purplish colors in there. It's a little bit more like brighter tones, like some blues in there now. And then it pans over to like a post-credit scene part of the trailer where, you know, the Flash is talking to the team. He says, you know, Steppenwolf, Darkseid, they have fought countless of people on countless of worlds. Like, how are we going to stop them? And then, you know, Batman delivers his line.
This guy's probably fought hundreds of thousands of other super beings on the other planets he's destroyed, right? And we have to assume he's won.
I don't care how many demons he's fought and how many hells. He's never fought us. Not us united.
I definitely like that line. I thought it was like a very Batman-esque line. You know, a guy who literally has no superpowers. He's literally rich. He just uses all these like gadgets and shit. He's willing to lay down his life to fight these super beings, and he's like, nah, these guys don't have anything on us. We're gonna take them out. And it's like a hoorah moment that I really appreciated. But yeah, that's the end of the trailer. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys are excited for the Snyder Cut. I definitely am. I think the Justice League deserved a better movie, and we're finally gonna get it. It is gonna be broken down into a 4-part like series almost. Zack Snyder said that the movie is gonna be 4 hours long, and he's gonna break it apart to 4 1-hour episodes each week on HBO Max when it finally does get released. So I kind of like that because, you know, it's like it almost writes the movie differently as like specific storylines. You know, it's not just one continuous movie. You have part 1 of the movie, and you have certain events that take place, and then part 2, part 3, and then 4 is like the climax and the ending, and, you know, whatever, if they decide to put a post-credit scene or whatever the hell they end up doing. But I'm excited. I think this will make a big difference in how I look at the movie. If you've seen my DC movie ranking video, you know that the Justice League, if I want to say I'm not mistaken, is like my very bottom movie in the entire ranking. So once this comes out, I can see how this movie compared to the original Justice League and what I liked better, what I didn't like, and, you know, just to make more conversation about it. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments, what are you most excited about for this? What do you want to see, or what do you hope to see? You know, different characters, different scenes, whatever it may be. So thank you guys. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.